Welcome to the big reveal. Oh my God, guys. Okay. So
we have been excited about this for since last year.
Yes.
And it's happening right now.
This is the day, this is the time that we are actually going to reveal to you what we have been teasing for far too long. And first of all, happy National Pet Health Dental Awareness Month. Is that the way of saying it?
National Pet Dental Awareness Month.
Yes.
February.
Happy February, guys. It is this month is all about our pets' dental health, and we have a very special surprise for you today. So just to give you a short, before we do the quick reveal, just to give you a short overview of why we're doing this. Hello, everyone. Oh my gosh, so many of you guys in the comments.
Hi, you guys.
Hello. Okay.
Happy Saturday.
So basically, in a nutshell, this is what had happened. All right. So we have been looking for something for years, right? Something that really actually addresses the epidemic of dental disease in cats. If you didn't know, 93% of cats will have dental disease by the age of 7. That's 93%. That's like basically all of our cats, right?
This little boy's gonna be 7 in a few months.
Yeah. And over 70% of cats will have dental disease by just the age of 3. All right.
Unacceptable.
So we have been looking for so long to find something that we could offer to the cat community that was going to address this and start to change those numbers. Right. So we're not scientists. You know us, we're just crazy cat ladies. So what we found was something that was already created specifically for cats to do this exact thing. Now, one of the biggest things, so there's a lot of things out there that helps dental health in cats, guys, right? Like actual things. There's a lot of knockoff things that don't actually help either. But the key here is for our kitties is to have something that's also easy for us and easy for our cats, right? Because our cats are finicky. Mm-hmm. So we found it.
And today we are bringing it to you along with the global change maker herself. Ladies and gentlemen,
please welcome to the stage,
Dr. Emily Stein.
Hey guys.
We're going to pop some champagne for this.
This is ready? There it is. Okay.
All
the
right.
founder, the incredible scientist brain who is literally changing the globe right now for oral health, dental health, all of that. The creator of Teef for Life, Dr. Emily Stein. Thank you so much for being with us today.
My pleasure.
For any newbies that are here, would you give a short intro?
Yeah, I'm Em. My PhD was in microbiology, where I nerded out on how microbes can work together to survive onslaughts of heavy chemicals, radiation, and starvation. And then I switched gears and spent even longer as a postdoc at Stanford in rheumatology. So studying the neuroendocrine immune axis and how it relates to chronic inflammatory diseases. And while I was doing that, my grandma was suffering silently with perio and had a tooth extracted one day, and the very next day she had a stroke. And this is her. I actually dug up a photograph. She's in the middle, my sister and I. It was a wedding, one of my cousin's weddings, but she was my BFF. And so that's when I started to really get into and dig into the oral health crisis that exists in humans. And then I rescued this little man. His name's Murphy. And yeah, he lived till 19, but he died of chronic kidney disease. So that's when I started to get into the cat side of things, because there's a link between dental and CKD in humans and cats.
Yes. And I mean, to think about it, 93% of cats will suffer from dental disease by the age of 7. And we're looking in every 3 cats at least that end up with chronic kidney disease. So of course there's a correlation. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
This is amazing. I want to toast this, because what's most extraordinary about the work that you do is the incredible, brilliant scientist that you are.
I need to fill mine. I haven't opened mine yet. You guys sent me a bottle. Thank you. I will do it right now. Okay. I will. Hold on.
Okay.
Sorry.
And let's do a quick, just so you guys understand, because that we might not have been very clear. So what we decided to do, many of you guys who follow us saw us here in our home with Dr. Emily Stein in October
Yeah,
She
that
was
was fun.
sharing all of this
Yes, it
fantastic
was.
information about how they have literally created a product specific for cats, right? So there's you see a lot of stuff on the market, right? And it's like, oh, it helps dental health in dogs and cats. And, there's a lot of treats and that are really, really actually the opposite of helping your cat's teeth. And there's a lot of things out there that are literally not doing the right job, but they're not making these products with cats in mind. And Dr. Stein literally it's a different it's a different product for dogs than it is for cats. And we find that like we're so grateful for that. So what we decided to do when we met with Emily is we said, what if we co-branded your 30-day supply cat line? And our company, Feline Essential, on the label, and we sell it ourselves so that we can offer all the cat parents that are already, with us and using our other products and toys and treats and whatnot, that they can have that solution right there ready for them. And Dr. Emily so graciously said, yes, let's do it.
I said, hell yeah. Because Teef for Life, we stand for keeping all 30 teeth in the mouths of cats for their lifetime. Because you pull a tooth, you lose lifespan. And we're all about quality of life and loving them longer and having the pets live a healthier, happier life. And that is reflected in what you guys do all the time at Feline Essentials. So it seemed like a really smart marriage.
Yeah, it is a smart marriage. I like that.
That is such a great way to put it. And it's so exciting because we really do just want to make you and I and Jay and everyone involved in this want to make this as accessible as possible, as easy as possible for all of us humans. And I want to toast to Murph.
Murph dog.
Yeah, helping you, really recognize the need the cat community has. Because there, like Jay was saying, there's a lot of stuff out there. But let's talk about why this is so important for cats. I think that a lot of us realize that there is this dental epidemic too late. We realize it when our cats have 9 teeth pulled and we didn't even know they had a problem.
And that's, honestly, it's a little too late to really interrupt that disease process. So you got to be aggressive early. And that's when all my kitty or puppy rescues, I started on it immediately now. And, I've been on it myself since my grandmother. And I go to the dentist. I was just at the dentist the other day, and he's like, in and out. I didn't even have to have a dental cleaning myself, So, once a year, no dental cleaning needed. And that's I haven't had a dental cleaning since 2016. So just drink this every day. It's just basically like the technology is taking into consideration the anthropology of mammals, right? And how humans have changed their diet so much with all of this pet food on the market that's chock full. Like I went to the pet store the other day and I got, cat dental treats, and there's nothing dental about them.
Yeah. What are the ingredients? Like the ingredients?
Well, wait, let me get my new readers on because I'm now almost 48. So, okay, are you ready?
Yes.
Chicken meal, ground wheat, brewer's rice, corn gluten meal, poultry fat, oat fiber. I mean, the amount of carbohydrates.
Right. Corn, wheat, and rice will clean your cat's teeth is what.
Yeah. And this one is like chicken, whole wheat, chicken meal, barley, chicken fat, dried beet pulp, oat fiber. That's like BS. Cats should not be eating grains. I'm sorry.
Right. Yeah.
Well, and that's what makes it that's what makes what you have created a global change maker, oral health, not just for, as you mentioned, for humans, for dogs, this specific product for cats. Talk a little bit about why this is different from anything else. Talk a little bit about antiseptics and the oral microbiome, all of that.
Yeah, this is a brush-free oral gel for pets. The number one ingredient is chlorhexidine. That kills your neurons. So, and they're swallowing that, which is why, these poor cats are having not only oral issues, but gut issues too. And so everybody in the vet dental field and vet field and dental field for the past 30 years have been in a kill mode. And what I know from rheumatology and microbiology is that It's all about preservation. The minute you start to eliminate the microbial diversity, your immune system gets out of whack, soft tissue gets destroyed, chronic inflammation goes up, disease rates go up. It doesn't matter if you're a mouse, a rat, a rabbit, a cat, a dog, a human. We're now doing seals, sea lions, snow leopards, orangutans, and gorillas, and we're seeing the same thing. And so our approach is extremely different. We know that cats, right, need to be eating a high protein diet, right? That's the way they're built. And their microbes, sadly, because we've been feeding them so much crap, are much more like a restricted population like we humans are that love our carbohydrates, right? And that's not healthy for cats. And that's why dental disease is sky high. And so what we're doing is this powder concentrate is literally putting the microbes back on a keto diet. So eating protein, right?
Yeah.
And a scoop a day, put it in their food, put it in their water, however they can get it in there. Tell those bacteria to go keto all day long, because that we know improves the health outcomes for that cat.
Yeah.
It is a game. And I want to emphasize just how easy this is.
Yeah. So when you guys, and yes, to answer your question, it is now available in our shop. Link is in the description here too. But this is how like easy it is, right? So it's actually very beautifully packaged. So I really love the packaging for this. So your initial kit, right, will come in this beautiful little box with this glass
frosted glass
jar and your powder, right? So you put it.
That's a month's worth because it's concentrated. There's no filler or any crap in there. It's just the active ingredients that are telling the bacteria to go keto.
Yes, you guys see this little scoop, right? Like it is a 32nd of a teaspoon. Like it is a tiny amount, which is why it makes it so easy. We recommend putting it in wet food. You can also put it in the water. If your cats drink the water, it goes in both for our cats because we do multiple feeding.
My cats don't drink a whole lot of water.
They don't drink a whole lot of water.
Yep.
But if you guys are already on Teef, you can also find the refills. Look at this cool packaging, powered by Feline Essential, right there.
We're so excited.
You'll also find the refills in our shop now as well. But yeah, so simple. You literally just add one little scoop to your cat's food or water dish.
Can we ask you a bit about, say you've got a cat who someone was asking in the comments earlier, a senior cat, no signs of dental issues. How you said earlier, if you're dealing with a cat that already is an active dental disease, you're going to need more to help that quality of life than just a pinch of beautiful powder. If you've not had dental issues, can explain the benefits of this during different life stages.
Yeah, absolutely. So what we're finding out about the power of the microbiome is tremendous. It's involved in neuronal activation, homeostasis and adrenal gland function. How many cats are at cortisol levels through the roof, right? Like downstream gut function. We literally swallow billions of microbes a day, and that can influence downstream processes. So the healthier the ecosystem is in the mouth, the healthier the GI tract and general urinary tract, and neuroendocrine immune function in general. Allergies also go down the more diverse the ecosystem is. So our approach is really to try to rediversify the oral microbiome, improve downstream processes, not just dental health. But the tricky thing with cats is that they don't tend to show that they're in pain, or they tend, so you really have to be proactive. If you can look in their mouth, that's great, and make sure the tissue is looking normal. So establish a baseline with every single cat you have as early as possible, and look in their mouth frequently to see if there's any changes. Blackening of teeth, overgrowth of gum tissue over the teeth, that's painful for cats. It's stomatitis. So take them in right away and make sure you put them on as high of a protein-rich diet as possible. Diversify certain aspects from a supplement standpoint. And we're finding that, a little bit of teeth throughout the day it really significantly improves outcomes in cats, even with stomatitis.
That's awesome. So you could take that 30-second of a teaspoon and split it into 2 or 3 different meals throughout the day, and you're going to get even faster results. That's
Right.
amazing.
What I
Right.
like and what we do, and I know that it's a 30-day supply, but we have 5 cats. I put it in both of their water bowls every day.
Yep.
So and I always get excited when I see them drinking, because I just know
I think they're drinking the water more. Teef in it. It's
right.
so
It's
crazy.
like their bodies know. And every time I think about it, I think back to this beautiful interview that the incredible Rita Hogan did with the Inside Scoop, talking about how the oral microbiome is the gateway to health.
Really?
And then we discovered you. And it's like, you know, there's so many things that you can do to help the oral obviously a species appropriate diet, doing a lot of these things, just keeping an eye on their dental health in general. And then to find something like this that is literally targeted at making a rich, beautiful, healthy environment in the mouth, and how that does all go downstream.
Yeah.
How that is. So the
Yeah.
benefits, even if you are, you know, Mr. Biddles, may he rest in peace. He was one of our greatest teachers. We found one of his canines rotted out in the sheets and had no idea
that he
dental
was in
issues
pain.
at all.
No
Yeah.
idea that
Right?
he had any issue.
And I think I would have been so excited to use this even after he had another 6 teeth
Right.
removed, because of that beneficial effect.
Yeah.
Just that beneficial waterfall, really.
Yeah, I want to say out to anyone who might be like, oh, well, does my cat need it? There is not a single cat on the planet that doesn't need this.
That's the sad truth.
Like this is the truth. Every cat, literally every single cat needs this. Now, so you know, if we can get it early, then that's fantastic. If you can start it as kittens, if you can start it, you know,
Yeah.
but it is never too late, right? It is never too late to start this, because
Ever.
there's also even if they don't have any teeth, right? Can you talk a little bit about
yeah.
right?
Yeah. Okay. So just because the teeth are no longer present, they still have gum tissue. And gum tissue is the soft tissue that microbes like to penetrate to enter the bloodstream to go systemic. And we're learning a lot about dementia in humans, dementia in dogs, and it's coming from the mouth. We're learning about stress responses, anxieties in cats, anxieties in humans. It's not just coming from the gut, it's coming from the mouth. So the fact that the mouth is the origin story for a lot of these different systemic diseases, CKD, cancers, allergies, respiratory issues, behavioral things, mood, gut inflammation and skin problems. You gotta rediversify, and you gotta take care of the microbes because they're living way below the gum line. And it's the anaerobes that are living below the gum line that don't get the oxygen. They fester, and they're the ones that are really driving inflammation. So just because a tooth gets extracted doesn't mean the disease goes away. Just because a human that gets all their teeth pulled and they're on dentures doesn't mean that they took care of their underlying problem. It's a the underlying problem really is underlying the tooth. It's within the gum tissue where these microbes cause problems. And Teef is a great way to change who they are, change what they're doing, and really improve that ecosystem for the health of the individual.
Yeah. And you guys are currently studying on things that, you know, we get the questions all the time. My cat has stomatitis. My cat has tooth resorption. Like, you guys are already studying how this affects and seeing positive results in cats with stomatitis and cats with tooth resorption too, right? Can you speak to that a little?
100%. Yep. Vets have been doing case studies now for several years. And actually, we have a lot more case study data in Australia and New Zealand. We're getting more in the United States. But yeah, they've been very proactive early on because the problem is pervasive and under-diagnosed and definitely difficult to treat. And it's extremely painful. And so we're finding that a lot of fungus is involved in driving this process, which creates the overgrowth of the tissue, which is extremely painful. And with the overgrowth of the tissue, overgrowth of the nervous system and things like that. So imagine like this wound that's super puffy, that's like a blister on your heel when you wear like the wrong kind of shoes, you know, for so long you have to walk like 3 miles and you wind up with this nasty blister. Imagine a mouth full of that. Overgrowing your teeth, and you're asked to chew kibble or chew anything, right? It's extremely painful for these cats, and cats are highly neuronal, so they are already hypersensitive to various different stimuli. So it's like excruciating. And yeah, we're just excited that we're seeing so much benefit.
Yeah, and it really does work at the, what was the big word you used? Can you explain
Which one?
anaerobes? Is it
Oh, anaerobes?
Yes. Because I mean, we can understand words like inflammation and what it is to, but understanding, I think that's what makes this product such a revolution, is because you as a scientist are able to look at all these different functions of all these different things and are able to look at that root cause, which is what we have always been so excited about when we're dealing with itchy skin or whatever it may be. It's like, well, don't just put a Band-Aid on it. What is the why? What is the why? What is the reason this is happening? What is the root? And so when you're talking about inflammation earlier, you're talking about anaerobes. What are those?
Anaerobes are the microbes that exist in the world that do not grow in the presence of oxygen, by definition. So below the gum line, they create enough of a reducing environment that they're able to fester. So whenever you feed a cat any bit of carbohydrate, you're going to create an environment, because there's certain microbes that are eating that carbohydrate. They're driving acid production up and they're making CO2. And that CO2 allows for these anaerobes to start to gain a foothold. So the more carbohydrate in their diet, the more CO2 generated, the more anaerobic the tissue becomes, the more anaerobes grow. And that they tend to be super pro-inflammatory. So you get massive periodontal ligament destruction, tissue destruction, all that stuff. And then a tooth has to come out.
So kibble doesn't clean teeth?
Never. That's a false narrative. I don't know who put that into the ecosystem, but they should definitely be reprimanded.
I agree. I agree. And it was the big pet food companies, of course, that came up with that idea and told vets about it. And
that's a whole other podcast topic. Let's just talk about that.
It is, because the science about it, and everyone is always like, well, where's the science? Where's the science? You know, even about feeding cats a species appropriate food. You have all the science, and it really does challenge a lot of these established industry practices.
False news. Yeah. So here is the truth. Physical disruption of plaque and tartar lasts for about 2 minutes. The microbes reattach and then they start doing the same thing. Okay. And so what Teef is doing with its prebiotics and postbiotics is really changing what the microbes are eating, and they're shifting what they're doing. And they're not making the insane plaque and tartar anymore. They're making healthy biofilm. We are all coated with biofilm. The goal is to make it healthy, because you can't remove biofilm unless you take this stuff, but this stuff causes cancer. And you're going to cause multi-drug resistance and evolution of the microbes that actually do not help with the longevity and the wellness of your pet.
Wow, I love this. I also really love that you said that this is going to also help in the chronic kidney disease and another epidemic, right? Dental disease and CKD are so prevalent, and everybody, all of us, right? All of us that have had cats for many years, we have seen this, no matter even the diet, right? That our cats are on now. Obviously, you see it much younger on certain diets, but even our cats that we switched to a species appropriate diet at mid-age, they were still, starting to show some kidney disease. And I know there's like a product out there now. They're trying to do this in Japan. They're trying to, there's like a vaccine. Everybody's talking about it because it's still in clinical trials, guys. So if your vet's offering it, just be aware that it's not, we don't know any side effects yet. We don't know about that. But but it's also not going to benefit your cat's mouth at all. It's not addressing this. So now we've got something that is going to address and save you a lot of money, because those dentals, just the dentals alone, are expensive. But when you get to the extractions and these like time and time again vet visits and medications and things that you have to do when your cats suffer from dental disease, you guys know, if you've had cats, like that it's not easy. So now, and then also CKD, right? So now we've got something that is going to address the mouth. It is going to clean up their dental health. We're going to start seeing that those numbers from 93 and 70+% go down more and down more and down more. And then as a result of that, as a side effect of that, we're also going to see these CKD numbers decrease. And this is just like, Dr. Stein, we're changing the world. We're changing the world together.
Yeah, I mean, one of my startups was actually a kidney hypertension company, and we went after the kidneys and neuromodulation of the kidney because it's so tied. But the microbes are in the mouth, capable of actually steering neuronal behavior, okay, by what they secrete. They secrete a ton of neurotransmitters and neuromodulators. And particularly in cats where there's a ton of fungus. Fungus is like one of the bigger ones. Driving the disease process, not just perio, but also stomatitis, and strongly implicated in CKD, in addition to certain bacterial species too, also anaerobes, right, that are linked to perio. So where these fester below the gum line, they go into the bloodstream, and another place that they like to hang out is the kidney. Where there's a lot of metabolites that they can live off of in an anaerobic environment, and they cause a massive amount of inflammation, which causes tissue destruction.
Wow. What I love about this, we're seeing so many more resources out there that are more holistic, or they're looking at what, like you said, we're not trying to kill bacteria. We're trying to give the body what it needs to be healthy. And that is one of the big differences. And I know we've all probably been entertained by some of these chemical medication commercials. They talk about, it does this beautiful thing, but here are the side effects.
It's like a page long.
And I had to look up what the perineum was, because I was like, who wants an infection there? Oh, but they're in a better mood. Anyway, so this is what's so beautiful, because it is like what you said. The body is looking at the body holistically, as in WH, holistically. This is a beautiful side effect of really taking on this dental health crisis head on.
Immune balance, increased circulation, aerobic ecosystem in the mouth, you keep your teeth. Like your pets, you don't have to pay as much at the dentist, a vet dentist, or the vet, it's like the beauty of a ounce of prevention, right?
Yeah, and not even an ounce. So you don't even use an ounce, right? Can you explain, because we have some questions in here as far as in a nutshell, how removing a tooth, like when you get an extraction, how that removes years from your life?
Yeah, because you created this. Okay, so it's a marker of a problem, and in order for that tooth to get pulled, there was enough of a bad thing going on and a bad population in the mouth to drive for the destruction of the ligament that holds that tooth intact. So when the ligament dies, it gets destroyed by the bacteria and the immune system, because it's a 1-2 punch. That tooth gets wiggly and it needs to get pulled. And when those bad guys or girls, whoever they are, they're bacteria. So and girls and guys, whatever they are, they are causing that much tissue destruction that a tooth gets pulled. They've already made it into the body by then. And then you take that tooth out and you create this massive wound, and even more of those bad guys go in. And so it's a accelerated process. And so it's a signal. If you get a tooth pulled, it's a signal that there's those microbes, those bad guys have gone systemic already. Right. So by the time a tooth gets pulled, that's last stage perio. Early stage perio is puffy gums and maybe a little bit of bleeding. Some cats don't have a lot of bleeding, so that's why you really need to create that background or baseline, and observation only. Salivary testing is coming out. I know some companies like Microbiome have tests and things like that. More tests are coming out to look for and help us identify risk in cats, because they're not going to show you that they're in pain, right? So the earlier you can detect it, the better. And then you intercept it with improved diet and teeth and other things too. Exercise, things like that get the blood and fluids flushing the toxins out. That's really important.
Yeah. Okay.
I know we're already running out of time. This is such an exciting thing, but I want all of you watching or listening to think about if you've ever had any dental issue, because last year I had 2 extractions. I had more pain than, I think it was the most painful thing I had ever experienced. I, however, do show pain in certain ways. Jay knew that I wasn't even listening to her. I was in so much pain and needed these extracted. When we think about the fact that 90% of our cats probably will have some sort of like that kind of painful thing, it gave me a whole new empathy and a whole new passion to hope that want to do something so that our cats never experience that. Right. So if you can, I think in the cat community, it's kind of like, oh, my cat had 6 teeth taken out. My cat had whatever. If we were to look at what that would feel like to us, like that's the important, like it has hit me in a whole different way. Just like you said, Dr. M, our cats suffer silently.
Yeah, they do.
And this is something that is so empowering to us. It is so proactive for our cats' health, not just their oral microbiome, their overall health. The list of side effects of this is just extraordinary. And we're just so grateful to you for your.
Thank you guys for teaming up with us. We're grateful.
Oh.
We're the science nerds. You guys are really good at educating people.
You just did all the educating.
Yeah, we love your science nerd brain. We could listen to you all day long. So I do want to say, because people are asking in here, I have a cat and a dog, and they share the water dish. Is it safe to also give to my dog? And what would you suggest as far as, should they get the dog version?
Use the cat version if the dog will, because what's in the cat version will only help the dog. But we just launched some lickable treats for dogs that have the concentrate in it, but also freeze-dried beef liver or salmon, so that you can put it on a lick pad, because the tongue is one of the biggest reservoirs. And so you can supplement your dog and just use the same teeth for your dog and cat.
Sweet. Okay. So, and just so you know, another teaser, we are working on some other things.
Yes, we are.
Ryan.
Yes, we
are. Yes, we are.
For our kitties, that we will reveal to you guys as soon as we have it. But for those of you guys that, if you are a cat specific household, then you can get the Teef in our shop. Link is in the description. And Sissy will drop it here too. You can get that in our shop. If you guys have dogs, I encourage you to go over to teefforlife.com and just get it directly from them. You can also get the human version at Primal.
It is actually Daily Dental.
It's generic, yeah. But you can just Google protecting. It's the same tech.
I'm drinking my Teef water today.
We've been drinking Teef water every single day now. And it's delicious and easy. And then a question for you, for people, because we sell to cat parents in the US and Canada.
Oh, cool.
But if somebody is in Australia, New Zealand, or in a different country, do you have, is it ready and accessible to other countries, and what other countries?
Yes. So Teef is in 7 countries: Singapore, Australia, New Zealand. New Zealand in particular, he's doing a great job, our distributor there. Europe, some European countries, Canada, US, and we're working to expand our footprint globally. So if you are, wherever you are in the world, shoot us an email at teefhealth.com, or you can just go onto our website and do info@teefhealth and ask if you can get it there, or introduce us to a distributor, or ask a pet store near you, and we'll figure out how to get it there.
Yes.
I love you.
Oh, God.
Okay, I'm going to leave you guys with a little teaser. We are delighted that Dr. Emily Stein will be joining us just about a week and a half on our Back in the Closet podcast.
On February 12th.
On February 12th, 5 p.m. Pacific time. And I want to give you a little teaser. Or actually, Dr. Emily, I'm going to toss it to you for this teaser. Because I think, this excellent news is hitting a lot of us right in the middle of maybe dealing with dental issues. Yeah. So we're already working with our teammate, ideally a veterinarian that we have a great relationship with. And so this podcast is really going to focus on
how best to figure out how to handle difficult conversations with your vet surrounding dental health for your pet. Imagine you're told your pet needs 3 tooth extractions. What kind of questions do you need to ask them? How proactive do you need to be? What kind of dialogue? What kind of evidence should you ask to see? Do you get a second opinion? Those are the kinds of questions we need to ask ourselves. And you have every right to learn the answers. And so I want to download to you what I've been learning for 13 years.
I am so grateful for this because we need this information too. Like the two of us really need this information because we have never known what questions to ask our vet when they're like, oh, your cat needs, these teeth removed, or they have a resorptive tooth, and this one needs.
This is what we need to do.
We're just like, oh, okay, well, I mean, like there's no. I don't know any better.
Know.
Okay, go ahead, get it done. So this is going to be a very, very valuable podcast. Again, that's February 12th at 5 p.m. Pacific time. That's 8 p.m. Eastern. So I hope you guys join us again. And one more time, the Teef for Life powered by Feline Essential is now in our shop. Both the initial kit and the refill containers now. For everybody that entered our dental contest, you all won. Every single one of you.
Person.
So for anybody that submitted a video, I just want to let you know that you will all be receiving a 6-month supply of Teef for cats in the mail. We will send you an email on Monday to get your address to send that out. But all of you guys that participated, we are very grateful to be able to hear your stories and what you guys have gone through, and some are going through with your cats and dental issues. So congratulations to everyone who entered our dental contest.
Dr. Emily, I'm going to give the last word to you. Is there anything top of mind, anything that we missed today? I'm just like so grateful. I don't even know what else to say.
No, this is the month. It's dental health month for pets, and seize the moment, carpe diem, every day matters. It's a lifelong journey for dental hygiene on a daily basis. At-home care is critical for longevity and wellness in our pets. That's all I got.
Yay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for this partnership. We're just so grateful to be able to offer this to the cat community and to work with you and your beautiful team.
And to continue working with you.
Yes.
Yeah. We're doing some fun stuff.
Yeah.
Some exciting stuff.
We're about to get some real fun stuff coming up too. So stay tuned, and thank you all for joining us. And we will see you all very soon. Have that wonderful weekend. And we love you. Bye, guys.
Love you, Dr. M.
Bye.
Bye, guys.